Welcome to the Jacqueline Hayes Show. Empowered you, empowered living. She talks with amazing people, has amazing conversations, and hopes of helping you experience amazing joy, meaning, and purpose in your life. The Jacqueline Hayes Show is dedicated to helping people feel empowered, strong, valued, and joyful. On the show, we'll talk about what inspires, challenges, moves, and shapes us, and hopes that it will do the same for you. Our conversations will be lively, purposeful, and fun. Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy the show.
Good day. Welcome to the Jacqueline Hayes Show. I hope you're well and that your day is going lovely and beautifully. I am super excited about today's episode of the Jacqueline Hayes Show. I've got an amazing guest in the studio today. I am so happy that she was available to accommodate my request and come in and talk about who she is and what she does, because I do believe that the information she's going to share today is going to be a game changer for individuals who are business owners, entrepreneurs, and looking to get more information regarding marketing, public relations, just opportunities to broaden and expand their business platform and awareness. So I hope you guys have had a great week so far. And one thing I wanted to mention to you that we are doing a special offer. So if anyone is looking to need support with taking their business to the next level, we are doing a complimentary coaching session. So if you would like to text the word worth it, WORTHIT, to 31996. That'd be an opportunity for you to get a 30-minute complimentary consultation, and we'll have that information in the show notes. So there we have it. So let me introduce today's guest on the Jacqueline Hayes Show. We've got Terry Toomey with us, and Terry Toomey is a creative entrepreneur professional. In every situation, Terry Toomey finds creative solutions to break through competitive forces to advance. Terry is also the executive director at the Industry Hub, which is a 501c3 nonprofit business located in DeSoto, Texas. She is also a SCORE certified mentor. She's totally amazing, phenomenal, and incredible. Terry Toomey, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Jacqueline. And I'm really glad to be here because, talking about what we do at the Industry Hub is so exciting, and we want to expand this opportunity out to so many people across the country and really help make it possible for more small businesses to get into business and to learn and grow.
Right. So get into business, learn, and grow. So let's kind of let our listeners know who you are. I had the opportunity to meet with you. I thought our meeting was productive. It was effective. I was like, she is so amazing. She's so smart. I just loved meeting with you. And also I had the opportunity to attend your workshop, your media kit and your press release, public relations workshop at the Industry Hub, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, and gorgeous building, great workshop. I walked away with information that I could apply, because what's important for me and to me, for my audience, is to talk about practical things that people can actually implement, and that's what you did in your workshop. And so I was just like, I've got to get Terry Toomey on the show so that she can share her nuggets with my audience. So tell people who you are, how you got started as a business owner, why you love what you do, and then we'll talk more about the Industry Hub.
Okay, I have been doing marketing for more than 35 years.
Wow.
I started my career as a nurse. I was a nurse for 15 years in critical care, and then I just got burned out, and I went back to college. And I took a marketing class, and it was like, bang, that was it.
Oh, so nursing is healthcare. So my background is in human resources, healthcare. I've got experience in it. So that's huge. That's a big difference. So that's a whole nother episode to talk about how you made the shift from being a registered nurse to a marketing professional.
Absolutely. So I went back. I got my undergraduate degree in management. I got my MBA from Syracuse University in management with a minor in marketing. And it took me about a year to get a job because I was re-entering the workforce in a lower level position, but I was 42.
Oh my, okay, so I have so many questions. A whole career change, a certain place in life, and to take such a bold leap of faith. So there's some nuggets in there, so I want to just pull out a few right now. Tell me what you were thinking going from a registered nurse to starting this whole new venture as a marketing professional. How were you feeling? What were you thinking? And why did you choose marketing?
Well, when I took the marketing class, it was like, the lights went on. It's like, this is what I'm meant to do.
Really?
because it brought out my creativity, and I solved problems like just in my undergraduate class, my marketing class. I can't remember what the product was that we were supposed to promote, but I actually went out and hired somebody to create a theme song for the product.
Oh, you were serious. You were in your zone, like, oh, we're going to make this excellent. We're going to have fun with this and make it pop.
And yeah, it was fabulous because this guy was, he worked in a band, and he created this theme song for us. And it just wowed my class. My class just blown away that, somebody would just think so far outside of the box of what an assignment is.
Right.
And it's not about an assignment. It's about creating the excitement.
Yes.
And that's what marketing is.
Yeah.
Marketing is creating the excitement, but it's not only that. Marketing, that part of it is the promotional end of it. But if you can't get somebody else excited about what you're doing, what are you doing?
What are you doing, right? What are you doing, right? Okay, so you make the shift to become a marketing expert, marketing professional, go to school, get your credentials, and what did you do from there?
Well, I did like what everybody else did. I sent out my resume,
right.
I got all of these insulting offers. One of the offers that came back to me was this gentleman who ran his own business. And now here I am, an MBA graduate. I still have a lot of management experience under my belt, even though it's not marketing.
Right.
And he wanted to offer me a job for $18,000 a year to come and work for him. And it's like, I made twice that as a nurse. Why would you even think that I would consider that? But it's that at the time, this was in the late 80s. And so you look at that and you think of the mindset, the male mindset of how devalued women were at the time.
Okay.
And I just said, that's not happening. I'm not taking any offers that are not okay with me. I found a job with a data company, and it was in Ithaca, New York. And Ithaca was about 30 miles away from my home. And so when they were interviewing me, the owner of the company said, well, my only reservation is I'm afraid that when we have bad weather, you won't show up for work. We had one of the worst snow and ice storms that winter, and I showed up driving 30 miles away, and more than half the people who lived in Ithaca didn't show up for work.
Okay, so what my next question is, what motivated you to drive in such hellacious conditions to get to the office?
Because I was going to disprove his assumption that I couldn't handle it. Right. And so I showed up. No matter what would have happened, I would have been there.
I love it, yes. So now you've got some legs under you. You're now a marketing professional, getting the experience, understanding how the marketing world works, and you're navigating in your career as a marketing professional. And so when and how did you make the transition to starting your business?
Well, I have had three different businesses over my life. And the first was a consulting firm. I did consulting when I was a graduate student. And then when I lived in Washington, D.C., I had a company called Paladin International. It was a marketing and PR firm. And then when I moved to Texas, I started the Industry Hub in 2016.
Right.
So each of those has been a completely different kind of business. But, you look around at the market and see what's needed.
Right.
And the reason, there was a very definite reason for each of the different companies that I created. But what I learned from creating each of them is that there are so many things you have to pay attention to.
Right.
So product, price, promotion, and place are the 4 Ps of marketing.
Product, price, promotion,
and place.
And place.
Place, which is distribution.
Right. Okay.
And so in today's society, traditionally we had, you had time to test and retest and do all that stuff.
Right.
And our markets are moving so fast today.
So fast.
That you've got to be ready to be responsive. You've got to be nimble.
Right.
And if you think that you are just going to put something out there and you're going to coast, you'll be out of business in about 30 days.
If not sooner, right? Yes. Oh my gosh, because you have to pay attention to the market. You have to be willing to shift, make necessary course corrections, and pay attention to the feedback. Wouldn't you say that you have to pay attention to the feedback you're getting?
Absolutely. And I always tell clients, if you're competing on price, you're already out of business. So
Let's talk about that. So what do you mean? So if a business owner is competing on price, why do you think that's not the competitive edge, or what are you saying about that?
Well, if your uniqueness is that you have the lowest price on the market,
Okay, I see.
What does it take to knock you out of that position?
A lower price.
That's right.
Right.
So
which happens all the time, right?
So it's a race to the bottom.
Ooh.
So who wants to be on that race? Not me. I don't want to be there.
Right.
So I'm looking for uniqueness in product. I'm looking for multiple uses. How do you use a product one way and it's functional in a different way? I'm looking for, just the creativity in something. I mean, there are so many things to think about.
Right. And also thinking about what you said in terms of your product. And when I do my talks is when I'm talking to business owners, entrepreneurs, and even for myself, is for them to ask, what is your unique value proposition? What do you offer that someone else isn't offering? What's your unique edge? Because in today's world with technology, social media, and so many other things, people have options, right?
Absolutely.
You're the only person really impressed with what you have to offer. People want to know what can it do for me? How quickly? How can it be functional in different areas? And also, why should I purchase or why should I spend my money with you, right?
Right. And, what you see today in a lot of these big retailers going out of business is they haven't gotten it about how important the social media, online sales are. They're learning because they're going out of business. But wouldn't it have been better if they had made that decision earlier on and they could stay in business?
Kind of the head of the curve, kind of like when digital came on the scene and Kodak didn't really pay attention to that, right? With print, it's like, oh, wow, it's just interesting. So definitely paying attention to the climate in terms of how quickly things change and how technology is driving that in a strong way. So,
well, just look at your phone. The iPhone, what does it have, a 6-month life cycle?
Yeah.
And they just get the one out and they're already starting to promote the next one.
Isn't that interesting? It's like, okay, I'm already a generation behind it. I just purchased the latest one, right? It's interesting. Yeah, so definitely paying attention. So let's go back to your journey in terms of working with business owners, the many businesses you've had. What's one thing you've noticed with new business owners regarding marketing that's an opportunity that someone can learn sooner than later in terms of effective marketing?
Well, first of all, everybody thinks they're a marketer.
Yeah. So
I need to caution people. You need to step back and really analyze what you're doing and making sure that it's working for you. And I look at everything from an ROI standpoint, a return on investment. So if you do an ad, well, how did that impact your sales? If you change your product, what was the outcome? Did you test market that product? Even if you went out and had 5 or 6 of your friends sit down and have them completely analyze the product for you. You really need to understand what the public wants, because the public's fickle. Today they'll want something, tomorrow they want something different.
Correct.
And that's okay, because that's the way the world works. But when you're not being self-aware, you're not picking up the cues. Like if I go to a restaurant and I see that there's really nobody in there, and what is that telling me right off? Either they're not doing much promotion, the food is really not that good, or they're in a bad location. What is it?
Something's not right. That's the signal you would get. Something's not right, and do I want to eat here or dine here?
Right.
There.
And then, but if you're not, as the business owner, if you're not continuously going through that checklist of what am I doing, how do I change it, how do I make it better, how do I reach more people? It's all in that cycle.
It is.
And it doesn't change.
It doesn't change. I like your idea, and let's talk about that a little bit in terms of understanding how you could just really get so much intel from your community. Like when you do a beta test, ask your friends, ask your community, like, here's what I'm thinking about doing. If you have 2 models, here's model A, model B. Give me your feedback. People are very comfortable giving you feedback, especially what they don't like, which is good information to know because you're serving the consumer, the customer, so you want to know what people want.
Well, and an easy way to do that, find somebody who's doing Sunday brunches.
Nice, yeah.
And then just go ask them, could I do a product test here today? And it's interesting for the audience. It's something not everybody's doing. And you get good feedback.
And the cost component is not...
Absolutely.
Right?
And these people don't know you. And so if it's better that you're not there, if it's verbal or if it's written, it's okay. They can write whatever they want.
Right.
They're more likely not to tell you the truth if you're in the room and it's a verbal response.
So business owners, entrepreneurs, and if you're looking to be creative with your dollars or looking for ways to test your product or service, Terry just gave us a good nugget. It was super good. So find a friend, an associate, someone you know who's hosting a brunch or some type of event or a social. Ask that person if you could actually